test, I want to move it. I don't want it to get to the edge. I don't want it to get to the edge. I want it to just to be close, and I don't want to use my hand. Maybe I might not get it perfectly. All I need to do is to click on the test that I want to move, click on my position, then you can see it. So I can actually move it. Are you seeing it now? I can move it up. I'm using this arrow key. Sorry, I'm using these keys to do the moving. Either this to move it up, or this to bring it down, then to take it right and to take it left. So those are the functions. So I want to take it up, and I need to move it gently. So I'll just use this place to do the moving. I'll just use here to do the moving. Then you get, then this one is showing you the degree on how you want it to move. Do you want it to move fast, or do you want it to move slow? So you might do the increasing in this particular bar. I can actually increase it for it to move slow. So if you see now, are you seeing it? It's moving very slow because I don't want to hit the box. So I want it to be very close to the box. So that's why I reduce this. But if I want it to, for instance, it's here and I just want it to be here immediately, I don't want to waste time. If I click on it, go back to my position, I'll just increase this to any figure, any amount. Okay, let's say to 8px. You see now, let's take it up. Okay, it's still not faster than I want. Let me take it to the last. Okay, so you see now, so this is how you move it very fast. But if you reduce it, let's be bringing it down, you see that it's very slow. You are going to sleep here. So to just make it fast, I want to bring the test here. I'll just increase this px to the highest, then I'll just be clicking. Before you know it, I'm there now. Are you seeing it? So that is the function. That is the function of the position, to move your object and your test. That is the meaning, or that is the function. We get, so that is for that. Now let's go to the next. We are done with position. Then this relative position is similar to that of the position. So this is how it works. Let's say you get just to the edge. Are you seeing it now? Centralize, this centralize, this centralize, then left centralize, right centralize, down centralize, down center or left. Are you seeing it? So this is just to give you an exact position of your objects where you want them to be. If you want it to be at the center, you click on this. If you want it to be at the center, you click on this to be at the center. Then if you want it to be at the bottom, you click this left bottom. Are you getting it? Up, right bottom. So now these are the functions, how you use it, the relative position. But we don't normally use it that often, so we are going to be using the essential tools in this application. So now we are done with that. Then this is your size, to size your test or your object. If you don't like the size, instead of you reducing it on your own, you can actually come on to this size. Are you seeing it? You can click on this size. You can click on this size to resize it to your taste. So now let's go. We want to edit this test. We want it to be bigger. We don't like the way it's smaller, so I want it to be big. So I'll just click on size. Then I can actually increase it. Are you seeing it? So I can increase it, bring it, position it, increase it, position it. So that is the function of the size. To resize your test, to make it big or small, depending on your taste of design that you are doing. So that is the function. So I hope that is understood. Okay, now away from the test, from the size, now let's go to color. So that is another essential tool in this mobile app for graphics design. Now this color, these are where you apply color to your text or your objects. So I guess that is easy for us, so that is not a problem. Now texture. Now if you click on texture, now this box, I can actually give it a color, or I can actually power click a picture or a background inside. Now let's say I want a picture background inside this my box. So what do I need to do? I'll click the box. If you observe, the bottom has changed. If you observe, the bottom has changed. This part, it has changed. It was not like when I was on the text. Now let me click on the text. Are you seeing it? See the changes? Are you seeing the changes? Are you seeing the changes? Why is there these changes? Why is the box having just only text and quotes? Why? Because we are not on its own property of editing. You cannot edit this object using the A menu. Look at what we are saying. You cannot edit this object using this menu, because if you see, this menu is highlighted blue. So for us to edit this box, you need to click on this second word menu. So that is where you will click in order for you to edit this box. So that is what we will do now. So once I click, are you seeing it now? Its own word formatting has what come out. So this is where you will now start editing this box. You will get. So now this box, I want a background to be on this box. I guess we have understood all this one: crop, copy, back, front, position, color. Now we are in texture. Take note, we are in texture. This is where we are now. Now what does this texture mean? It means I want to change the texture, the background of this my box. I want a picture or a background, different background to be there. I don't want a single color. I want there to be a fine background. So all I need to do is to click on the object and click on texture. Then it will now show me this. It will now give me this prompt. So all I need to do is to click on this place that I've circled. Click on it. It will now take you to what? Your phone memory, to go and look for the picture or the background you want to apply on that box. So let's go. Now if you see, it has taken us to this point. Are we seeing it? So I want this my logo. I want this my logo to be on the background. This is my logo, Easy Tech Professionals. So I want it to be inside that box. So the next thing I need to do is to click on this grid. Are you getting it? So I'll just click on grid. Now if you see, there are other items here that you can actually use to format your screen size. So there are other ways you can also format your screen size. So depending on the design you are doing, so it will not take the ratio of the design that you are doing. If it's a landscape, a portrait, this is where you take the design of the screen. So do we get? So all I need to do is to click on my goods. I'm good to go. That is the meaning. So once I click, are you seeing it now? So my boss has taken this background. But if you see, if you observe something, there are two logos inside, but it was just only one logo that actually was selected. So what does it mean? It means that logo you selected did not cover the entire screen of this box due to the ratio you selected. It was not that ratio. This box ratio is different from the picture ratio. You get it? So I can actually also adjust this. I can actually go to that same texture. Are you seeing it? Then I'll come to this enable. I want it to scale through the box. So look at it. I can come to this place. I want to enable it now so that I can be able to stretch the background to cover the entire box. I don't want there to be two logo. I just want there to be one to cover the entire box. So I'll click on that. Are you seeing it now? So I can use the next tool, which is the scale. This one I can use it to stretch it and unstretch it. So if you see now, are you seeing it? Perfect. So this is the function of this texture. So I guess you now understand the meaning or the function of texture. So without wasting time, we'll go to the next. The next is opacity. This opacity. What does opacity means? Opacity simply means how visible do you want this item, this object to be. How visible. You can also actually use opacity to create watermarks. What do I mean by watermarks? You will see some design or some work. You will see a fainted logo or a fainted background inside. Are you getting it? Look as if it's a security or if it's a form of watermark on it. Now if I want to actually make this box to look like a watermark on this our design, it's not going to be our main design. We just want to make it to be a watermark. I'll just come to this opacity. So the opacity is used to faint a background or is used to create a watermark. That's the opacity. How bright do you want the object or the text to show or to appear? So that is what the meaning of opacity. So if I want this thing now to be faint, I want it to be look like a watermark on this design. I'll just click on the design and click on opacity. Are you getting it? Now we have some menu. So if you see, this is it. So what do I need to do? Just for me to reduce this thing to 0. 100% means it's visible 100%. So I want it to be less visible, so I'll just come here, this place, and start reducing it from here. We get, so let's do that now. So I want it to be faint, I want it to be on the background, I don't want it to be sharp. So I'll just be reducing, I'll be reducing, I'll be reducing, I'll be reducing, I'll be reducing it, I'll be reducing, I'll just reduce till I'm okay, till I'm satisfied. Okay, I'm satisfied. I'll click OK. Are you seeing it now? It's like a watermark. It's not on the background. It's not very obvious. It's not seen like that. It's just a watermark on the background of our design. So I can actually enlarge it to just be like the background of our design. So this is how you can generate watermark. This is how you can also do a watermark. You get. So we can actually even use this to construct a watermark to be on our background. You come to opacity, click on your A. Take note, to edit text, you go to the first menu, which is A. To edit objects, you come to the next menu to edit objects. So I want to edit text. So if I click on the text, I'll click on A. So I'm there. I'll go and look for opacity. This is opacity. Once I click, I'll start reducing. I'll start reducing. I'll start reducing. I'm seeing it now. It's very faint. So this is watermark. So this is what you can also use opacity to do. That is a function of opacity. So I'm going to end this video here. Watch out for the next video when we are going to continue on the interface. Is that okay? Thank you very much. See you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe and like this page. Subscribe and like this YouTube channel. Thank you very much. See you in the next video.